I crawled out of my craft table and I thought, well, I bet these are dry. My gesso's probably dry and I can start painting. And then I saw this sitting there and I was like, you know what? This is too bad that this is like way too thin to be able to be used as a postcard. And, you know, it's all wrinkled and messed up. Because I think it would be hilarious to have painted on this side. And then, like, you know, left their logo there and wrote the message and the address. And so I was like, yeah, that would be hilarious. Super funny. And then, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have plenty of cardboard that I could make postcards out of. You know, things in my cupboard. Things in my little bin there. Don't want my X-Acto knife to fall off. Nope. I am trying to make sure that the sizes are correct for a postcard. And that size is, it has to be at least a minimum of 3.5 inches, but not more than 4 1/4. So, and then this way, I'm gonna just kind of eyeball 4 1/4. And then it can be 5 inches or 6 inches the other way. Maximum of 6 inches. So, yeah. I don't want more than 6 inches. Ruin my plan. More than 6 inches costs more. For the postage. Did I need to clarify for the postage? To some of y'all, probably. So I'm just trying to get the logo. I don't care about where the logo is or how it's aligned. I just want the logo. And then I'm making sure, I might need to move my little thing over and, the tape got stuck. The tape. Just leaving dangling tape things, places. Yeah. I find my disorganization hilarious. You guys may not, but that's okay. There we go. That's about 6 inches. And there we go. So that's all of them that I am going to do. And now we will do, at least maybe start the other process, which you've already seen maybe if you watched my previous video where I was making the ones with the watercolor. So now I'm just going to tape them. Tape a little edge. And the reason you tape an edge is so that that part doesn't get wet. I don't know that I want it to be the full tape. Okay. That's about fine. It's fine. And if it's not fine, if it's a little crooked, I don't care. There we go. And maybe about there and about there. It can be a little crooked. This is just its little border to keep it from getting all like warped and stuff when I'm actually painting it. And then I need to take my gesso and I have this acrylic gesso. This is not a tutorial on how to do anything because I don't think you're supposed to be using cardboard. Cardboard is not archival or acid-free. It is probably not the best product to be using to paint on. But between you, me, and the walls, I think we all know that these are not going to be in a museum in 100 years for me to have to worry about the fact that I did not use acid-free. I think we are all rational enough to know that these postcards are not going to be in a museum ever. So the archivalness of them is not going to be a problem at all. And the reason I'm putting the gesso down is because the gesso is a barrier. And I could not find the word barrier, apparently, on my last video. It's a barrier, and it prevents the paint from seeping through, and it helps stiffen up the cardboard a little bit. And because the internet told me to, when making postcards out of watercolor paper. And I don't know anything, so I am just, following the internet's recommendations. They would never steer me wrong. All advice on Reddit is probably good advice. So yeah, I am gonna do the, well, if I can get this to come up, there we go. I am gonna, it is very bendy. I will put it somewhere flat. If it's still really bendy, later I can always like press it in a book. Or press it somewhere and give it a little heat or something. Who knows? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm going to now complete the rest of these. I will be back. You'll see me tomorrow. I will start painting things that are absolutely ridiculous and have nothing to do. Kevin's is definitely not going to be a picture of a chicken. Just so we're aware. Okay? We're not doing that. We're going completely opposite direction, doing whatever I want. Unless you guys have some suggestions for something, like ridiculous. Then I'm always open to ridiculous suggestions. I think we know that, right? Right. I do not take anything seriously. At least as far as some projects. Most of the projects are not serious. It's not that deep. It's me hobby crafting, taking you guys along for the ride. So if you have some silly suggestions, I guess I will take them. you know, I mean, I might look up like famous artists named Kevin and like paint something in his style or something. Because that's kind of like a ridiculous thing that I could do. I could come over here and be like, oh, this is from New North York. Is that Ontario? I think it's Ontario. It's a product of Canada. Oh, I gotta mail it to Canada. Okay. Anyway, I might look up like the state flower for Ontario. Who knows? Who knows what nonsense I will do? So, see ya. Bye. My nails and hands look horrible and dry. Please just ignore that. I have been doing, you know, the clay stuff and is not been gentle. Like, I cut my fingernails and even digging out all of the dirt and washing my hands like a million times, it's like I still, when I cut my fingernails, found mud. It was ridiculous. Bye.